Hello, it's Spence, the evil genius, from Widget Laboratory with your Lab Secrets tip of the day. Today I'd like to introduce you to a couple new releases that we've got coming out that make our Lab Secret Solution package just a little bit nicer. First of all, I want to introduce you to LabTheme, which is our new default or core theme that we use for the basis of building sites. Second of all, I want to show you some of the features that have been enabled, but specifically the new multi-site capability we've implemented for those members who want to go ahead and have full multi-site blogging capability. All right, let's start with the lab theme itself. First of all, by default, the lab theme acts as a nice canvas for you to build your site and to add all your own custom styling. Out of the box, we provide you with a nice gray scale version of it because we think it's easier to add colors and styles than it is to take them away. Let me show you one of the things we've added to make it easier to style this. When you go to your admin side of things on the Lab Secrets lab theme, you'll notice under Appearance, there's now a new option in the menu called LabTheme Style. When you click on that, it gives you a menu here that has a nice little drop-down panel. There's going to be a couple extra features added, but for right now, we give you two things that will make your life a little easier. You'll have a color scheme selector and a custom CSS box. Presently, when you want to modify your theme or skin with our system, you would just use an FTP client, go ahead and add your CSS styling to the back end. But for some people, that might be a little more work than they want. And also, because there's now multi-site capability, we wanted to make it possible for your multi-site blog owners, the members of your site, to be able to just pick from a drop-down menu. So let me show you how that works. With the drop-down menu, these are just some examples, and they're certainly in no way, shape, or form designed to be realistically attractive. Let's pick a red color scheme. And this will demonstrate how easy it is to go ahead and just change a global set of colors with one drop-down. When I refresh the page, everything goes from gray to red. And it's simple things like the menu items and the links, etc. But again, this isn't intended to be comprehensive. It's just an example of how easy it is to have one menu item and pick a variety of different color or style choices. You can go in and edit these particular drop-down schemes or add your own so that you can provide a list of new options to all the site members on your site who have their own blog. Next, there is also a panel for adding custom CSS. That means that you don't have to use your FTP client or go on the back end. You can just access this panel immediately, and that allows you to put in some tweaks really fast. For example, if you do know some CSS and you wanted to add it, let's say I want to hide my navigation menu, which is called Access. So I go ahead and put in Access and spell it properly. Say, oops, display none. I go ahead and save it, go back to the front end of my site, reload, and the navigation menu will, voila, disappear. Really simple. Now, take that notion and go one step further. If you wanted to go ahead and change the layout, we of course have in the Appearance menu our main drag and drop widget area selector. That means that you can go ahead and change the visibility of various items right within our lab tools. So you'll notice here in the header landing area, I've got our lab tools login box, our header, and the navigation menu. I could also go ahead and let's say I want to hide the site title and tagline. Simply uncheck the menu item for site title and tagline, save it, go back, and now you'll see, voila, we don't have that any longer. Take it one step further, and again, just having a little fun with the Lego blocks here. Let's go back in and let's turn back on the navigation menu by removing that custom CSS. Let's go back to our gray default. By the way, there's a reset button there too, which you can click, and that'll just put you back to the default anyway. And now let's go over here. Let's change up the navigation. Instead of it being where, as I reload this page, the navigation is below, maybe I want to put the navigation above. No problem at all. Appearance widgets. Take the navigation and we simply move it above the header. Go back here, reload the page, and voila. My favorite word of the day. Now we've got our navigation above. Okay, having a little fun. Let's move the login down below the header. See how that works out. Hit the reload. And now it goes from the top to down below. Kind of a nice look here, right in between the header and the main body. So as you can see, the drag and drop capacity here is pretty neat because in addition to the ability to add styles, you can also manually move things about. Now we've shown in other videos how you can go ahead and use the other zones. For example, the content top area, which is right here above the main body, can be utilized to add some features as well. Let's say, for example, I wanted to go ahead and add the Who's Online avatars. Just drop that into that box, and I can also select on which pages it will be visible if I want, if not on the whole site. Go ahead and click reload, and now we'll have the nice Who's Online box right there above the main content. Okay, let's take it one step further. The other thing that we've added in here is a new left-hand slider panel. We've done this so that you have a little bit of functionality that's kind of neat for a Web 2.0 experience, but also because this is a great handy way to save some navigation real estate by putting your community stuff in one box. So the way we did that is we go over here, back to our Appearance Widgets area. You'll notice we have a new landing zone called Left Panel Widget Area. Now, I had recently just dragged in a couple extra goodies here, so let's drag out the calendar. Make a home for it over here. There we go. So now we've got Who's Online, Recently Active Member Avatars, Custom Menu, and Search. When I reload the page, you can see that the navigation, when it pops out, has exactly those widgets in there. And those can be all rearranged as well. Now, what I can do with that is take it one step further and talk about how we've added multi-site blogging capability. Over here, we've got a new option, and this is a feature which is an additional charge to add. It's $149. It allows you to have blog pages or blog sites within your main social network that could be used by either yourself or by members of your site. They can have their own unique domain name, or they can be subdomains of your main site. Either way, it's a terrific and very fast way to add some additional features and functionality in addition to the central blogging on the main social network. Now, one of the things that this provides is a way for you to set up a variety of themes and styles so that your members who go ahead and want to have their own blog can just select from their menu. They don't have to be experts. Here's where that works out. If you go under your Super Admin tab under Themes, you can see that I've enabled a whole bunch of themes here, including our Lab theme, but also a bunch of standard WordPress themes from Woo Themes and others. Now, how does that work on the front end? Let me show you. If you go over to All Blogs, we can go ahead and see any of the members of the site who have their own specialty blogs. Now, these could be also, again, visited directly via a domain name or a subdomain, but you can always access them as well from the main social network. Let me show you, for example, if I go over to Site 2's blog, they have a unique Sea Light theme from Woo. If I go back and I go to Site 6, they have a different theme. They've got a video tube type theme. If I go back over here, I might go to Site 4, and they have a standard 2010 theme from WordPress. Let me try one more. Let's see what Site 5 has set up. And they also have it. So let's say I was over here and I want to be in my admin dashboard. I can actually help the site owners who have blogs by selecting various things as well. How? Well, as the super admin, I can go over to their site and I can administer it exactly as I would my own. This is some higher level control that's really not available elsewhere. So let's say, for example, we go to Site 4. I'm going to go to their back end by clicking on that, and that'll take me to their admin dashboard. Here, I can go ahead and on their behalf select a different theme for Site 4. So I click Themes, and let's go with the Crisp theme. These are all beautiful, right out of the box, WordPress-enabled themes. Literally, there's thousands of them available. Now what happens is when I go back over to the LabSecrets solution, and I'm going to refresh the page, let's see what happens when I click on Site 4's blog. I click over here. Where did it go? Site 4. And there you go. Now they got the beautiful Crisp theme set up. So it's really simple because in addition to that, each of the site owners has the higher level social network admin bar. They also have the ability to have all their own custom users and members, as well as the site being unique. It's a happy win-win for everybody because they're still a member of your social network, but you've given them the power to have a unique style and brand for their own page and blog. These are some of the updates that we're really excited about. We're also excited about the fact that we're packaging this in a way that's really designed to solve the pain point of most of our entrepreneur customers. And that is, we provide the same social networking features that you'd find at a Ning or Social Go, but with an infinite larger variety of options and customizability, all at a price point which is unbeatable. It starts at $99 for a full turnkey site with over 34 powerful built-in features, and the ability to go ahead and add third-party accessories, customization and artwork, and multi-site capability. We encourage you to join us over at labsecrets.com and see what the Lab Secret solution is all about. This is Spence, the evil genius, from Witch of the Board.